check, 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need, get over the fear, and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show, and welcome to podcast episode 262. We have 5 questions sent in by investors, and I'm going to try my best to answer it. Remember, if you have a question, send it to support@michaelquarles.com. Here we go. Question number 1. I bought a single-family home last year in San Antonio, Texas for approximately $105,000. The only thing I did to it was painting in the inside and out, plus clean the carpets. The tax appraisal for 2015 was $142,000. Now I get a letter in the mail that the tax appraiser for 2016 is $192,330. I have the property listed, and the higher tax value could eat up the cash. Could eat the cash flow. To raise the tax rate to above full retail seems like legalized thievery. How should I handle this? I'd call the tax assessor's office and have it recalculated. See what they say. Most of the time they'll just go back out as long as they haven't recalculated in the last little bit from a request. But yeah, call your tax assessor's office and tell them why. If you have it for sale, what are you selling it for? Because if you're selling it for $192,430, that's what it's worth. Yeah, that's the tax basis. And so when you sell it to somebody, it's going to get recalculated anyway. So whatever they paid for, it's going to recalc, and you'll be charged at that rate. So not a lot you can do, but yeah, you can call them. So they can do a recalculation, and if you have justification, give them the justification. Question number 2: if a home is owned by a trust and the home is in care of a certain person, does that person have to follow a certain procedure to sell the house, or is this like any other transaction? They're going to have to follow the guidelines of the trust. So we don't know what the trust is, unless you had a copy of it. And so whatever provisions the trust has outlined, that's what they must have.
Thanks for listening. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started, and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 3. It is our responsibility as a wholesaler to get the tax, water, sanitation, price bill to the buyer, or should they do their own research? I think they should do their own research. Personally, I'd like to have that done quite a bit. I think it's prudent that you know those things, but I think it's their job. It's their due diligence. And why are you wholesaling, by the way? Wholesaling, now, assuming you're not assigning, wholesaling is buying low, you're going to take title, and then subsequently you're going to sell low. So you've gone all through the process of buying it, finding it, buying it. Why are you selling it for a reduced rate? Let's wholesale it. Let's resell it for a higher rate. Join the coaching program. We'll show you how to do that. Question number 4. Do you think it will make any difference in the amount of angry callers if I add, if you are not ready to sell, please keep my info for future reference in my mailer or voicemail? No. Angry callers are just angry callers. And don't assume for a second that they're angry at you. That's just who they are. And they're probably not going to save your piece of paper that you mailed them. But yeah, you can put that on. I wouldn't put it on a yellow letter. I'd put it on a postcard or a professional letter, but absolutely not on a yellow letter, which is where you get your angry callers anyway. But the nice thing about the yellow letter is you get abundance of calls. So now you have the phone number you can follow back up with, and call them at 15, 30, 60, and 90. Just because someone wasn't ready today doesn't mean within the next 90 days they won't be ready to sell their house. And that's the beauty of capturing their phone number. Question number 5. What strategies did you employ to weather the downturn in the real estate market in 2008, 2009? There were some times I just stopped buying. I mean, we couldn't figure out what things were going to be worth because we were spiraling down. You just had to stop buying. Reevaluate. One of the things that I did, the strategies that I implemented, is I implemented a stop loss and confirmed that I had a water faucet business. But that was a rough time for everybody. Anybody that went through the 2008, 2009 and said, "Oh, it was rosy," they're lying. No one had a crystal ball. Some had a better crystal ball than other crystal balls, but the reality is they were spiraling down so fast and money got so hard and people were losing so much equity. One, you didn't have a lot of houses you could buy, and then you just didn't know what price to place them at. So you were really at a big disadvantage. And so, I just stopped buying for a little while. No big deal. I bought a lot of shorts, turned the market into the short sale market. That was a good market. And so where I wouldn't have done a lot of shorts prior to that because didn't need to, we bought our fair share of short sales during, after the decline. And but right now we're at a 41% equity-based position in real estate. So, I mean, it's time again. And so anyway, great questions. I answered them kind of fast. I apologize. I do want to take a minute and talk about the new coaching program, the Gold Coaching Program. Over the last 2 or 3 months, we have added considerable items to it. So it started off with, accountability coach and classes and audios and videos that you should go to. And now we're up to 13 classes a week. Get an accountability coach that you can talk to a lot. Of course, there's the 60 or so videos and the audios and all the reading material and the class structure and all kind of good stuff. But get this, we added a CRM so to manage your prospects so you know when to call them back. You can manage your escrows or your closings, your holdings, your repair costs, your appointments with people like appraisers and repair people. And if you buy stuff subject to, you can manage that. If you buy something for passive income and rent it out, you can manage your renter. And then you can manage the flip side of it as well. You can build your buyer's list with it. You see a property, that's vacant and abandoned. You grab that address. You can print a letter out through the system on purpose. It just does a lot of stuff. But then this last week, we added the ability to get into our call center. So now I have been, buying houses virtually for quite a while now. And I built my own call center for myself. And so what we did is we opened the door for our coaching students to be able to utilize that call center. And man, you're talking about a game changer. So now the coaching students, they can have their calls answered, followed up on. They'll get an email from us that an appointment has been made. So we'll gather all the information from the seller, or that the seller didn't qualify. And either one of those are okay. Of course, I'd like to have more of the appointment was made. But man, we take all the work away in the front end of finding opportunity. So the investor still markets. They send their calls to us, live answer, return phone calls from the weekend kind of thing. And then we call them back day 1, day 2, day 3 until we get a hold of them. If we don't get a hold of them, then we're going to call them at 15, 30, 60, and 90 and send the investor all of that information. And that program is now available to the Gold Coaching students. And that's a game changer. And you're talking about, let's face it, it's $247 right now on sale a month, and $1197, which covers 6 months. So either $247 for 6 months or one time of $1197 for 6 months. And if that sounds like something you guys could utilize, if you'd like to learn something about real estate, if you'd like to have get in on all those meetings that we have a month, there's 13 a week, 52 a month. Then you have the CRM, and then you have a live answer that's all part of the program. So enough with the commercial. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.